botryoidal chalcedony.
We're slowly getting up to the area that I like. As you can see, why I like this area. These are kind of like cool. And they get kind of crazy, bubbly colors too. I like it. And there's some on the ground. Let's flip this one over. Nada. Little ones like this. But I'm not after those. All right, we're gonna scout around this area, then we're heading up this hill. Here's one that's fairly decent. Check out that. That's a keeper. In the backpack we go. We're going up into this little wash, but you can see right here. Check out that one. That one might be kind of nice taken in somebody that has a cabbing machine be able to do some work on it. You see this one right there. Kind of a cool little piece. It's not so little underneath the ground. All right, let's keep on rocking. All right, we found, I think it's Van Gogh's ear. Been sitting up here a while. He needs to clean it out. Look how sparkly that is right in there. Got kind of a red to purple. Cool rock, huh? All right, let's get rocking. A little piece of popcorn. Look at that. That one is a keeper. We'll put it in the backpack. Be likey. Kind of a unique shape. Little worm. The worm is coming out of the rock. Or something. Stop it. All right, I'm putting that in there. And I got a few more over here. As you can see, we're going to view a few more of these. In fact, let's start with this one. That one's nice. Me likey. All right, what other ones we got over here that we can show? Got this one. That one's cool. That one will go. Not as good. Oh, that side's actually fairly decent right there. Right. Let's see what else. This one's just the colors through it. Same with this one. Look at that sun come through there. Oh, there's one that's kind of bubbly. That one's worth it. Ooh. All right. And I think there was another bubbler one. See what light shows through that one. Fire, fire, fire. That's nice. We'll keep it. Another worm making its way around. Oh, here's another bubbler. That's, as we say, fancy. It's a beauty. All right. Another little small bubbler. Not much, but you got the golden light coming through it. What else we got? I got to dig around a little bit in here. All right, stand by. Let's do a quick meet and greet. You got this one. In the bag. You got this one. It's got some color through it too. You've got a little ear, or belly button, whatever you want to call it. And this one I thought was kind of cool on the end. But we'll leave this one behind. Got this one. Ooh, bubbly. I think you need to go see the doctor. You got something wrong with you. You got mumps. That one's cool. The end on there. Yeah, this one. Again, that red flowing into. This one, just all bubbly. Flowing every which way. That one's cool. Little sampler from the sampler pack. Another little worm. Go in there. There's some color in that one. Better leave that one behind too. All right, well, I just found this thing. Just pulled it out. Look, that's got some color in it. Should we keep it? I think we shall. Look at that. Shining through with little bubbles on top. Right there, just right behind me. Look at the ground. What I'm seeing, this whole ground is just full of this stuff. You're full of it. Anyway, all right, let's scout around here. I got some other places I want to go to. Here's one. Kind of cool. I threw some in the bag already. I should have filmed them. There's this one, like a little cup. Then you got this one here. Kind of cool. Different. You got this one. It's just white bubbles. Different. You got this one here. See it in the light. Ooh, shiny in the light. I like it. And then, yeah, this one just swirling about. Interesting. I think that's it. Had a, I wonder if I showed this one. I don't know. I might have shown it. Where did it go? Hold on. It's probably in the bottom of the bag. I have to show you later. But yeah, you can see in the dirt. Oh, here's another one right here. Look at this. Little white bubbles. There's another one here. A little cup. And even a smaller one. I like the smalls too. But, all right. Let's move on up the hill. Check out that one right there. Very bubbly. See it in the shade. Different tones when it goes into the shade. There was this one here. That was kind of softy. See it in the light. Kind of gets washed out. I don't know. It's got a little bit of color there. And what else we got here? Seemed like we had another one. This one here. Kind of interesting. All right. Gone. That one's pretty. Look at that. Would you just look at that? All right. That one's got some nice color and bubble. Ooh, getting dark. Got like a bluish color right there. So I think that one's probably the best one. Has the most going for it today so far. And yeah, I've been hiking around, and sometimes you find stuff, sometimes you don't. Anyway, I've been trying to do some new areas, but yeah, no luck. All right, let's a few more. Let's take a look at it. Meet and greet time. Nice. Another half of an ear. Put it in the backpack. Oi, oi. Get in there. Almost got some purple, some red in the backpack. This one's just kind of delicate. Little flying saucer up on top. Yeah, this one here. I thought this one was nice. Check out the bubbles in that one. Ooh. Bubbly. It's like a little bathtub bubble time. Alright, well, that one's kind of cool. I'll leave that here. Alright, rock on. Ooh, fancy. Cool. Alright, let's take a look at these. That one's just pretty. Only if it was bigger. And you have this little piece. Little flow. Little drips of water. Yeah, this one. Got a little tinge of color right there. Yeah, this one has tinted color too. Right in there. Purple. Pretty. Got, where's the other one? This one has some color in it. If you used it to cut it, you'd probably have something pretty cool cabbed. There. Just flowing around. Got this one here. Some color, see it in the light. Sometimes they look better in the sunlight. And you got just plain old white ones. This one's got a little tinge of color in it. See that in the light. Nice. This one got a bunch of flowing. Got a little drip right there. There's a drip on your nose, mister. See that in the light. Let it come alive. Ooh, pretty. Pretty fancy. It looks like a bird. Looks like a rooster. There's the little comb on the head, the eye, the little beak. Cock-a-doodle-doo! Yeah. Fancy. All right, I'm putting these in the bag. Oh, here's one. Didn't film this one. That was a nice one. See in the shade. Nice. All right, now we're going to put them in the bag, and we're going to start heading out. Check out that one right there. Ooh. It's not showing up the purples that it is. Sitting on the ground waiting for me. I found this other one here too. That one's showing a little bit more purple. Pinks and purples. Let's see in the shade. See, now you can see them. Ooh. All right, Let's get going. Looky what I see. Right here. Check out that. The color in that thing. That's a nice piece right there. And they're back up into the land of the squiggles. There's that one. There's this one flowing. Hey, you look like a little nose, little eyes, little mouth. Hey, quit sticking your tongue out at me. All right. This one's a little drip upwards. You got this one that has a sparkly belly button. Ooh, sparkly. And you got this one, I thought it's pretty dang cool. Look at the flows in that. Going this way, going that way, and right into the middle. All right, get up here. You got that last one again. All right, let's get going. All right, it's time for meet and greet time. This is the pile. Let's take them one by one. Yeah, this one. Look how pretty that is. Getting a little bit of crystallized right there. Ooh, pretty. Shine on, sparkle on. Then you got a little wave. Wrapping around there. And you got this one with a little belly button. And we got this one like a rim. This goes around right there. Then yeah, this one. Oh, turn it the other way. Isn't that funky how that stuff works? Making all these shapes. And this is chalcedony. Botryoidal. Try saying that a couple times. Dun, 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 dun. The sun is nice, shining on me, but this area is going to get freezing tonight. But that's okay, because I will be in a warm house. So how's your weekend going? Ha! The weekend. It's still a week. But my weekend is started already. Yes, I took the day off. Look at all those little bubbles. Now I'm going to be each day going out and doing a little bit of rockhounding in the area I'm at by Richfield, Utah. Oh, that one's kind of cool. Look at that. Rusty color, sparkly rust. But yeah, up here I've been sometimes for Thanksgiving, and it has been snowing and the wind has been howling. But guess what? The wind is not howling and it is not snowing, and it's actually kind of warm. Relatively. Anyway, we're going to go down this and over that way. Look at this little cloud. Cloud has fallen to the ground. I have this one too. Another puffy cloud. And a guy with a big nose yelling. Let's just pick up a few. You have this one. Got the little bumps all over it. Put that there. And like I say, the bots, they call them the botryoidal, is Greek meaning for grapes. Like a little cluster of grapes. That's why botryoidal is named the way it is, because it's little bubbles that look like grapes. And they come in different colors. There's ones that are out by, what is it, by, not Moab, but Green River, that are red ones. But check out this thing here. Haven't pulled it out yet. I'm ready to take it out of its resting place. Pretty, huh? You can see the banding, how it, water with the silica in it just keeps on depositing more and more as it goes. And there's iron at one time in the solution that made those bandings right there, the iron. And that is carnelian. Yeah, pretty. That was a really nice piece too. All right, let's continue on. All right, I think we have found, here, let me zoom out if I can. Okay, now we have found, I think, the best one of the day right here. Right down there. Let's go in and say hi. And this has been sitting here waiting for me to welcome it home. And check it out. Wow. And this is exactly why I don't go broadcasting everywhere I go, because guess what? This would not be on the ground. This would be long gone with the hundreds and thousands of people and side-by-sides showing up, scavenging this whole hill. But if you go out and you hike in the mountains, you will find stuff like this. I guarantee it. I have faith in you. So get out in the hills and explore, and you will have days like this. Ooh, fancy. Nice. All right, in the bag we go. Not me, but this thing. And then we're going to continue on. Yeah, those people that sit there and broadcast, and there's a lot of them on the YouTube, they'll tell you exactly where they're at. And I guarantee you, the places that they have now told you, you will not find a dang thing on top of the ground. You're going to have to dig in the ground. Unless you've a lucky day where you've had the rains that have blessed you and washed one out. But yeah, most of those areas that they tell you and they broadcast, they're going to be ravaged. There ain't going to be nothing left. Yeah. You know, and to each his own, you know, broadcasting the areas and GPSing everything. Me, I don't do it because I think people would rather be able to roll up on an area of their own and be able to find things on top of the ground than to show up in a place that has been ravaged and taken over. Because listen, I don't hear anything because there's not a ton of people up here. But you still can find these. Just get out in the hills. Anyway, I can give you little tips or whatever, but I'm not going to. It's not like McDonald's or Burger King where you just like go, here, just pull up to the drive-thru and you get everything you want. Because anything in life, I found, if you work for it and you go look around and you do your studying, it's so much better when you find them than when you're handed to you by these YouTube people that GPS everything. Yeah, no. Go out and explore, and you will be pleasantly surprised what you find out in the hills. I'm going to leave that for somebody. But anyway, let's keep on going. The sun's starting to get low in the sky.